What's up, guys? Joe. So if you're watching this video, most likely you're like, what the fuck? I thought you said you're gonna take some time off. And you're right. Technically I am. But what I'm doing at the moment is like I'm creating like content in the month of December. So like schedule for next month and beyond, right? I'm trying to create new content. I'm trying to create a new format. I'm trying to schedule things in a manner where I'm able to create content consistently without stressing me out. Because I was reaching a point where like I was stressing out creating content, and I was like, nah, fuck this, you know. So I had to change a few things, right? That being said, I'm driving and I'm making a video, and I got a new mic. Pretty cool, right? I'm testing out these new mics that I got. Now, the only reason why I'm making this video is because like I went to go see the new Godzilla movie with the girlfriend, and I really, really fucking liked it. I was super excited to see Godzilla again because I'm a big Godzilla fan. You know, I grew up watching Godzilla a lot as a kid. You know, I really love those cool Japanese movies, you know, with fucking the puppets and animatronics and all that shit. You know, growing up, I don't know, I just thought it was great. So, it's like going to watch these movies is very nostalgic, and this movie kicked ass. They did a really good job because they definitely catered towards that nostalgia in the sense of like they added like the music, like the scream, like the overall concept of it was done very well. And I just came out fucking excited and happy. My armpits were sweating and shit. I was just like, fuck yeah, you know? They did a good job. Now, growing up as a kid watching Godzilla, you know, I was like, all right, a giant monster that goes around and fucks everything up, right? You know, whatever. But it wasn't until I got older that I realized that Godzilla was just a giant metaphor for, you know, the nuclear destruction that Japan had to go through because of the atomic bomb, right? So they basically, you know, used Godzilla as a reference to that, right? And like, you know, the people of Japan, you know, living through that rebuilding after the destruction of a giant monster, you know, nuclear radiation and all that shit, right? So interesting how they did that. So with this movie, if you guys seen the previous, the one before this one was Shin Godzilla. Yeah, that was more of a parody of like the politics in Japan, right? So they focus more on that. Godzilla was there, but they focus more on like the politics of Japan. You know, with like Godzilla being like the main centerpiece of what's going on, right? So it was an interesting movie. You didn't see much Godzilla; it's just more of the politics, you know, dealing with Godzilla kind of thing, right? I liked it, so you know, it was good. But this one was better. Godzilla was more active, that's for sure, and also that was like the same thing. It was during like the end of the Second World War, you know, when Japan lost and they came back, you know, soldiers, you know, dealing with like the devastation of like the atomic bomb and all that shit like that. There was a lot of that commentary towards mainly that, like the war and how people dealing with it. The cool thing is, like, you know, me, I'm personally, I like to watch a lot of Japanese movies. Can't really say that I saw a lot of movies that are involved with politics, right? Not directly in this movie. Yeah, in this movie, Godzilla, there was a lot of like direct jabs towards like the Japanese government on how it's treated its own people during the war, right? Meaning that like, you know, they just treat them as expendables, you know, doing like kamikaze suicide missions and shit like that, so on and so forth, right? Just like, you know, not really valuing the lives of the soldiers and shit like that. So there was a lot of that commentary, and Godzilla was almost like a giant fuck you to the Japanese government. It was good. I wasn't gonna give out too much. The movie just came out yesterday, I believe, so it should still be in theaters by the time I post this damn like video. I just want to get it out of the way because because movies like these are time sensitive in the sense of like creating content and reviews and like suggesting you guys to go watch it. So it's kind of the reason why I want to make this video. If you guys are fans of Godzilla, you'll love this movie. Definitely, it's worth it. I loved it. Like I said, I came out fucking happy, and like my armpits were sweaty because like yeah, they did a good job. Like building a lot of like tension and shit like that, dealing with the monster, Godzilla. So I really liked it. It was really good. So again, if you're a fan of Godzilla, go check it out. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, I'm making more content for like the month of January, and so I got more announcements coming up. Until then, in the meantime, I'm like still getting things like settled and planning shit out. So yeah, but obviously like these movies, I still like to go to watch movies, and I'm gonna make some like movie reviews every now and then. All right, guys, talk to you guys later. Peace.